welcome to the castle. Don't worry, it's not haunted anymore. And we're going to talk about the book, Yours Cruelly, Elvira, Memoirs of the Mistress of the Dark, written and performed by Cassandra Peterson. I've always been inspired by Cassandra Peterson's ability to turn lemons into lemonade and to empower herself and others. And in this memoir, it talks a lot about the unusual twists and turns that she's had in life and the long path to stardom. For example, she's had to overcome childhood trauma, a time when she almost died when she was about 18 months old and it left her scarred, and sexism in the entertainment industry. So I've always been inspired by her, but listening to this memoir and listening to the details and things that I didn't know about, I'm just like, whoa, that takes strength. And I'm so happy that she's sharing her story and teaching us lessons even to this day. At the beginning of the book, it talks about how when she was about 18 months old, she had an accident at home and she almost died. It did leave her scarred, and she talks about these kind of defects, that she might have socially because of it and how other people might perceive her. And she really talks about that and how it also affected her time pursuing stardom in the entertainment industry. Now, as she's talking about this, she's also talking about the difficult relationship that she had with her, toxic mother. And I think that that relationship also, was quite challenging. She talks about how her mother, who was very toxic, would make fun of her and call her names, and was abusive, also physically abusive, and put her down instead of being a good parent and raising her up and building a foundation. And this really gave her a lot of inner strength. Now, I'm not saying that abuse does that for everybody, but just the inner strength that she developed over the years is really inspiring. And she said that she had to, with these challenges in her childhood, she had to have a positive outlook and kind of lucky thinking. So she had a very entrepreneurial spirit, but then she would also look for opportunities in life. Because of her mother's toxic traits and behavior, Cassandra would often try to just avoid home. She would go out with friends, she would go out with family, and just try not to be home, which is understandable. I'm thinking that it would be nice to understand as a society that toxic systems quite often lead to toxic families and these generational cycles that just keep going. And I think it would be wonderful if us as a society and a community to create places where teens and young adults can go and they can have good influences and be safe. I think that would really help, and that would help create cycles that are different and in a better direction. So that's just a thought that I would like to share. So in regards to all of that, a lesson that Cassandra shares is, don't let the past define you. Let it reveal its purpose instead. And Cassandra says that the purpose of this book is that you can have a defect, you can have something wrong with you, you can be an outcast, but don't give up on your dreams. Let your curses become blessings. When it comes to entertainment and stardom, she says that she has taken voice lessons, dancing lessons, acting workshops, and she has participated with improv comedy. When it comes to the improv, that's where she kind of learned to be witty, to say what's on your mind, be specific, and to think on her feet. So I think that has definitely paid off for her. Along with being an amazing entertainer, she's also an entrepreneur. In fact, she owns the rights to the Elvira character. So along with acting the part of Elvira, she was also writing, working on lighting, working on decor, and working as a secretary on the side to pay rent. So she was doing both jobs at the same time in order to make ends meet. So what she started to do was ask for little rights. The first right was to start an Elvira fan club and charge about $5 per member. And then the next right was to use the Elvira character in other TV shows. And so little right by little right, eventually she had all the rights to the character. In her 40s, Cassandra was balancing motherhood and her career. At the same time, she was also going through a divorce with her husband. And eventually she fell in love with her personal trainer, who was also a female. When people ask her, why did you fall in love with a female? She likes to joke and say, well, I ran out of guys. She says that her partner is kind, sweet, and sexy. I think that sounds perfect, and I'm very happy for them. When it comes to empowerment, she says that she decided when she was young to be herself and to wear what she wants to wear. And she says that if you try to dress to make others happy, they'll never be satisfied. And I found that to be true myself. To me, the lesson is that you should dress in a way that makes you comfortable, and to know that people will always judge no matter what. Toward the end of the book, Cassandra says that, in life there are going to be uphill battles and heartbreak moments, but to keep an eye out for the magical and wonderful moments in life. She talks about learning the importance of things that make you happy. For her, it's a cup of coffee in the morning, a good conversation with family and friends, a glass of wine at night with her beautiful partner, and traveling the world. So maybe take a moment to think about what makes you happy. I've always been inspired by Cassandra Peterson and her Elvira character, but listening to this memoir, I learned so much more about her and her amazing life, and again, it just inspires me to be empowered and to empower others and to watch out for those magical moments. So I hope that you can think about the things that make you happy and go pursue them. I appreciate you listening. Until next time.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.